Guys, welcome back here to map number 2, Bulldog versus Tricked. For you guys just joining us, Bulldog took that first hard point. Quite close, went down to the wire trout, but let's kick it off with Search and Destroy on Breach, as the M8 Vespa and L-Car straight away banned.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of gun bans in Search and Destroy. Obviously, with only one life, you want to make sure that you've got everything going for yourself. Perks not making the biggest of differences. It's going to be quite a set standard class going into Search and Destroy. I'm surprised to see no overkill banned so far, but we have seen the L-Car taken out.
Yeah, I mean, with the Vespa being banned on the M8, you're going to see your VMPs. You potentially could see some maybe Shivas or even your XR2s. However, very standard, rapid fire and high caliber, the most two banned attachments, or even anything, most two banned things completely taken out. The MP has been protected. Funnily enough, that's been by Tricked. They seem to do very, very well with that previous game, so I'm not surprised at the protect on that. However, Cookie and Sebavian still yet to choose their protect and ban. So, the Shiva, as I said, that's got it. Well,
interesting.
I wanted to see it, I'm not going to lie, but the Shiva being taken out.
I was thinking with high caliber and rapid fire ban, you've almost banned the Shiva out by itself. I mean, it's still very proficient on a game mode like Search and Destroy, but if you are put in a situation where you've got to be a bit more aggressive because of the fact that it does have that trigger lock on it without rapid fire, you will have yourself in a situation where you can't spam it as fast as you might want to. So I am a little bit surprised to see it taking out on a map like Breach. I mean, if you do hit the A-bomb site on the bridge, it hasn't got the biggest advantage going forward. Maybe more sided for the B side if you got someone playing a bit more passive. And when the L-Car banned out, you haven't really got a great secondary you could use. You do have the RK5 if you are decent enough with it.
I love it.
I'm a big fan of the RK5, but it does take a little bit of going with before you can actually secure yourself a kill. The L-Car, obviously, I think, has it been patched recently? I know it was getting a patch, the L-Car.
Yeah, I mean, the patch has come in, so, I mean, the hit fire is not as good. It does move quicker, by all means. However, the damage has been reduced as well. So in the Search and Destroy as well for the specialists, all picked the three have picked the same of Glitch, Psychosis, and Kinetic Armor, basically going up against Heatwave versus Active Camo. Going to be interesting to see, but Snipers we've not really talked about either.
So Overkill wasn't banned out, so we might see some Overkills come in. Snipers,
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people running the SVG with a submachine gun. I saw some
BMP
Kudas and some Razorbacks being used. I'm a little bit surprised not to see Vision Pulse. That's become almost a staple specialist as well in Search and Destroy recently. I think Heatwave is a decent specialist to use if you're hitting the A-bomb site. B-bomb site, it's so open that I don't really think you're going to get the greatest use of it. I think it might also be for in case people are using equipment. I've seen a lot of people using the disgusting shock charge motion grenade technique. So it could be for that reason that he's opted to use that, maybe if they're hitting into a building quite aggressively. Active Camo also has become quite a regular Search and Destroy specialist.
Yeah, I mean, for me, they're very much all the ones chosen except Heatwave for me are very much Search and Destroy based. I've never used Heatwave in Search and Destroy, but I know exactly what it is. I know what it does, and it could come off very beneficial. If you run into a bomb site or a building where you know someone's going to be there, you can slide in, use the Heatwave, and continue kind of your momentum if you like to get up and move around. I wouldn't be surprised to see it in the kind of the back greenhouse if someone's kind of sat there, if you want to push it through, or alternatively on the other side if you're going into Palace, etc. You basically want to be breaching into a building using that heat wave. But going to be interesting to see. Of course, it's Stifler who's using that, who was using the Purifier previously, so he's obviously a big fan of that kind of mix.
He might be a pyromaniac.
Maybe he's that kind of guy. But the guys are setting up. They've changed their score streaks. They've changed their classes. And we are getting into Search and Destroy on Breach. Now, predictions. I want to just ask you. You probably know some of the individual players a little bit better than I do. Have you got anything going into this of who's going to take it?
Out of everyone here, I mainly know Pato and Smithy. I played with them a fair few times, and I know Pato's an extremely competent Search and Destroy player. Smithy as well is also very good at Search and Destroy. I've heard of Cookie and Wizard before, and to be teaming with these guys, they must have a good presence about themselves in this game mode, and I think they've chosen some optimal specialists for a map like Breach that could really make use of it. I imagine we're going to see a kinetic armor rush at some point as well to one of the bomb sites when they're on the attack. So I would have liked to see Vision Pulse as well, because there are a lot of buildings on this map and corners that people can be hiding in. It just gives you so much more pressure on the other team if you use it when you're on attack. You can really give yourself an easy ride, and because it is actually quite a map that overlaps a lot, you can use it to check multiple lanes of the map and give yourself a good idea as to where the enemy team might be.
Who is this player going right through the middle? It's Smithy. He's going to see one. Not going to be able to connect with that, but there is one play behind him. Surely going to get taken out. Jambino is, and Cookie trades that. Let me jump up onto Cookie, see what he's doing. But just flicking through the start, we saw ICRs, we saw Pharaohs, we saw VMPs. Very, very traditional with the bans that have come in. And you can see there Pato all on his own, flanking round on the left-hand side of A. But Cookie and Wizard, obviously trading that kill at B, they seem to have just kind of backed off a little bit scared to me.
Yeah, with Pato moving forward on that A site, he's obviously cleared it out and said, look, we're completely open to go A. They could have stuck that bomb down at B, but not knowing really who was on the flank might have been not the wisest of decisions to do. So Pato's actually pushed out almost into their spawn, and he's going to cut off the side. Now, the only way they could really come from is from behind, which is very unlikely, or the middle. So they're focused on that middle side. The bomb has not gone down. Seb has picked up that kill on Cookie as well. Not a lot of time going there. They know exactly where the bomb's going to be. I think at this point, they're just going to try and play for some kills.
Yeah, for me, that kill, obviously getting them bombed down, very vital. I'm going to hop on board with Pato as he's on the flank. He's going to take down one. Surely he is. Yes, Stifler falls, but that kill is traded now. Wizard left in a 1 versus 2. A very, very big ask. I've just seen the clock on the timer. It lost me completely. With only 1 second left to go, he's not going to make that. And tricked. Starting off hot straight away. 1-0.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a good call to rotate from Bulldog. Maybe the bomb should have just gone down a little bit quicker. Had they got that down and covered it a little bit better, they might have actually been able to pull that off in the end. And once that bomb does go down, it can be extremely hard to get the defuse because there's so many different directions the players could opt to disperse into, so many corners they can hide in, and it can make things extremely difficult for them. So let's see how Trick do on the attack and see if they can answer back. We're on board with Seb right now, who has that SVG. He's taken out by Pato, who gets, I believe, a snipe on him as well. And that's going to be the first blood going to Bulldog.
Yeah, it was a big first play as well. He was kind of the one watching the flank, if you like. Looking at that mini-map, just look how Bulldog have dispersed through the map. 2 in front, 2 behind. And it seems to me Tricked are very much kind of trapped in this place. And it's not going to end well. I'm pretty confident in that. But
they're going to have to slay their way out, basically. I mean, the funny thing about having pickup teams is it can be the most disorganized team, but it can also be one of the most funnily organized teams where you just kind of have this mentality that the pressure's off, you're not really expecting too much, and you just come out with these amazing strategies that just work for you on the day. And I don't think Tricked are really aware of how they're setting up for this one, and they've definitely put themselves in a great position on the defense. Famous pushing over to this A side. And they're completely spread out. It's not really an optimal way to play Surge.
Yeah, they need to do something quick. I don't like the way Jambino and Famous are so far away from each other with 25 seconds. Famous picks up a big kill, but now this is where Jambino needs to support and makes this kill in the middle. Ooh. Pato is on for the ace right now. Does take down one, but he's going to be answered back by Jambino. 1 versus 2, and again, just shut down straight away. Well answered back there by Bulldog, but I've got to say Pato, 3 kills with the SVG there, really coming into play. Some nice snipes, something we didn't see off, only because he was on the defense. Hopefully we'll see some more on the attack.
Absolutely. We'd like to see him maybe use the sniper again for this round. I think he's probably feeling a little bit confident about it. He's probably got the groove of it. He knows how the game's feeling when it comes to search and destroy. So moving over to the B bomb site with a sniper is a really good decision from these guys. If they opt to do it, they might actually decide to go through middle to A.
Looks like an A push. I'm going to stay on board with Pato. I thought he would have it. He does use overkill. Thermal SVG is in. Oh my goodness, taken down there, Jambino. Now again, first blood from him, putting his team in the lead. And again, this push, you can see 3 members, the last 3 members are dispersed through B and the middle for Trick. So let's see what Smithy and Co can do here.
That was an absolute round-changing kill right there. There is so much emphasis on how good that snipe was. All you can literally see is his head there. He saw it so late, snapped onto it, and it opened the middle of the map for him. And Pato obviously just sitting down here with this overkill right now. I think he's aware that someone might be in bottom war room. He does pick up that kill. Pato takes that. He goes for the second, and then 2 in the middle of the map against 3 of Bulldog. Cookie picks up that kill. It's a 1v3 situation. He's not going to make it.
Yeah, shut down straight away there. Wizard making the final kill. And again, just shutting them down quite convincingly. Bulldog getting 2 rounds back-to-back, which is what they need, a bit of confidence after losing that first hard point. Going into this search and destroy. Interesting to see the protects and bans that were used. However, we've seen kind of the Pharaoh introduce ICR. A bit different, variations of gun, which, for you guys at home and as well, for us as well, it's so entertaining to see kind of different play styles, how people change, and what they're going to do. But Pato, even though he does have the glitch, I'm going to go on board with the attack. Stifler's on 0 and 3. I want to see what he can do.
Yeah, this is a tough time for Stifler. He needs to really make a kill, and it's one of those things, it starts to get in your head, because if you don't really know what it's like to feel success and have an actual kill under your name in Search and Destroy, that's what really affects you, is you don't really know, you haven't had that success of making the kill, so you don't know what it requires to be able to put someone down. Hardpoint and Search, two very different game modes that can really affect the way you play, make things really difficult to kind of get the momentum going for yourself again, and that's why you see so many people spiral out of control and get those 0 and 6s, 0 and 7s in Search and Destroy. But Seb does manage to pick up Pato in the end. So this is a real heavy stack onto the B. The bomb has gone down as well. 40 seconds to play with. Stifler just watching the top. He goes for the push on the back. Really not necessary, if you ask me, Momo.
For me, I think he was trying to make an escape, not knowing he was there. But again, not going to help him now going 0 and 4. The confidence isn't there. Wizard now 1 versus 3 for Bulldog. Trick, can they pull it back here? Does have Psychosis. I don't think that he's going to be able to do this purely, as pointed out by yourself there, Trout, very, very good, well seen. 100 points away from his HCXD as well, more than likely just playing for his streaks. And as the time ticks away, obviously the bomb has gone down, and we're going to see a Trick victory.
Absolutely, really well played by these guys on the Tricked lineup. Pushed it really well, made some interesting decisions as well. And we saw Mr. Wizard just sitting at the back, obviously 100 points away from those kill streaks. So whereas in the last few iterations of COD we've seen, it's about, you know, you've got to try and make the miraculous plays. But we saw, I think Black Ops 2 was the first kind of Call of Duty where we saw that just because you're going to lose the round doesn't mean you need to try and pull off some ridiculous play. You can, even when you're losing, you can still give yourself something out of a losing round by stacking up those streaks. If you've got yourself 100 points away from a kill streak, obviously the HCXD so much more prevalent in Search and Destroy than it is in other game modes, it can really give yourselves a benefit moving into the next round. He's obviously going to use it mainly for reconnaissance. If he can get a kill, that'll be fantastic for him. He's also got the Psychosis, so he can really make use of that on one of the attacking rounds. But as you see, he is here with this VMP. Cookie has gone down. Stifler's answered back in the end with a snipe from Smithy. Famous picks up Smithy, and Wizard again in a 1v3.
Yes. I was getting a bit excited there. Does take down the first one. Jambino falls 1v2.
Oh, unlucky from him. 3-2 to Tricked in that situation. So he really did a good job of picking up that HCXD. That's still not the end of the world for him. He does manage to pick up a kill streak going into the next round, which they can really use if they need to. I think on defense possibly doesn't need to be done so much. Well, they could opt to stack everyone on one bomb site and send the HCXD on a scouting mission onto one of the other bomb sites, and if they do spot that there's quite a few over there, they can obviously rotate a lot easier.
Yeah, now coming into kind of, you know, round number 6 is where we see the specialist being unlocked, being used, if you like, but Famous has that kinetic armor, has his HCXD. For me, he could kind of go, you know, straight in, kind of really gutsy to be, and push them out and use that kinetic armor. Cookie, though, picking up the first kill. He's going to shut down. I really don't like the way Tricked have kind of backed off here. They've got all these specialists. They need to use them at some point. And for me to kind of extend their lead to 4-2, this was the time to do it. But just going to go over and highlight someone there. Smithy's on the flank from Bulldog. He's going to come up against someone. I'm just going to flick on board with him because he's probably more than likely going to see someone straight away as he enters here. I thought he was going to go towards the right-hand side. He's not, but he's going to. And he just taken down. Seb goes down there. 2 versus 4 now. Stifler and Famous. Let's jump on board with Stifler.
Yeah, so that's a great play from Smithy. Did his job there, just managed to pick up that kill and back off, put them in a bad situation. Cookie with a great 2-piece there, finishes up the rest of Trick, and Bulldog are back on level terms.
Yeah, 3-3 all apiece. And I mean, for me, it was a big mistake. I forgot who it was, actually. It might have been Stifler. When he had the kinetic armor and he had the HCXD, what I would like to have seen is push up to where he was, use the HCXD, push back Bulldog, and then push into B with his kinetic armor, you know, pick up a kill, secure something. That kinetic armor is so lethal, I've got to say. For me, it's a very, very overpowered specialist. Needs to be used at the right time. However, Pato still using the sniper.
Yeah, he's just going to lock down this mid. And it looks like you've seen a massive stack on B. They've actually pushed it so aggressive, and that call has not worked out for them. The Psychosis goes into A. So, although it seems like it's a waste, it was well played, and Pato manages to pick up the kill in mid. Famous picks up Cookie in return. So, they have an 8. This is even better. We're going to see a double We're going to see the rotate right round in the spawn and go to B.
Yeah, they've literally swapped spawns right now.
Tricked have actually expected the A plant to go down. They've decided to opt for B. I think they've also found that out as well. They knew that they were in a difficult situation, so they pushed for B, and they've anticipated it well. Pato just sniping, seeing what he can find right now. And Bulldog are in a bit of a sticky situation. Do they keep going, or do they turn back and hit A?
Yeah, now Smithy, he's going to come up, he's just above someone. He's going to be caught time, and he does see him. Famous gets taken down, and it really kind of fell into him. Yeah, it is literally back into. You're right, Trout.
Oh, that's well played from Smithy. Just baiting him out. I was going to say that making this one kill will actually open up the game, and you'll see a decision made from the Bulldog boys. And Jambino's left in a 1v3. I think he just about missed the guy on the bomb. He's going to get pinched by Smithy, and that's 3 kills to his name. He's going to be short of a HCXD soon.
Yeah, I mean, that was well played from Smithy there. I think a bit of COD timing came into place. A few people fall into their feet at the wrong time. However, Smithy just finalising things, of course, using that Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor combo. An Afterburner. Afterburner is not a perk we usually see, but, you know, obviously recharging recharging them thrusters.
See, when I played Amta Pro the other week, loads of people banning out Flak Jacket, and I think for a long time, you know, at the start of the game, you're like, I know what Flak Jacket does, I know the benefits of it, so I stick Flak Jacket on every class. But Afterburner is such a crucial perk, like seriously underrated as well, especially in a game mode like Search and Destroy, where making it to a certain point of the map is so vital. Like, the recharge rate is ridiculously quick. You can basically thrust yourself all the way across the map, and we all know that thrusting is far quicker than running on this game, so you can actually put yourself into a position where you might see a one-on-one gunfight go in someone's favor because they're already set up on the head glitch or in the position they need to be able to take them down.
Yeah, now we see a 3v2 numerical advantage going in favor of Trix, Seb, Jambino, and Stifler. They're going to try and finalize this and get back in the game now as 4-3 down. And Seb on your screen here, ICR 1 in hand, does change the VMP. I like that, going into the close quarter combat. Stifler picking up a kill, and Cookie now in a 1v3 once again. He has seen one.
Cookie coming around the back. Oh, just gets shots into him, and he does escape with his life. That's going to give the whereabouts of where his location is. He's actually still chasing this kill as well. And right now, he's just hoping they don't go to A, but as we can see on the mini-map, the bomb is going to go down. He's not really in a position to save any kill streaks here. I think he's going to try and make some kills if he possibly can going into the next one. Obviously, they are 4-3 up right now, so they can afford to give away a kill or two, and he does lose that. But more importantly, that kill that he got was a man on streaks. Yep. So shutting him down was a really, really crucial kill. That could come back to be very vital.
One thing I would say is how close this series has been. With the hardpoint was, you know, talking 10, 20 points. Now the Search and Destroy neck and neck here at 4-4. I really kind of has underrated this tricked lineup, if you like. I really didn't know too much about them. Very impressed with them. And we're gonna jump on board with Bulldog at this time though. On the attack, Pano with 8 kills. I want to see a little bit more of Wizard. See what he's doing here, rocking the VMP.
What we saw a lot of the weekend as well in the league qualifiers was pretty much every push was it to B, and you see maybe 1 or 2 pushes to A, and it seems like Bulldog are really confident going through A, and if they're not going to plant at A, they're just as confident pushing through to spawn and trying to wrap round to B and catching them out, and they've actually got themselves a really good opportunity here. Apart from one person in the mid, they've got a free bomb plant here if they can get the bomb down, and Cookie's just going to actually wrap round the back just in case someone does push through AC, and this is going to be a difficult situation for those guys as they're all stacked up, looking to turn this corner right now, and Smithy does get a crucial kill there, but I don't think he's aware that one of the teammates is also lurking around. As just a bit of COD timing maybe going in his favour as he does jump forward, goes for the kill, does pick that up with the kinetic armor. Yep. Really good job there. I mean, just getting 1 kill in Search and Destroy, even if you have to use a specialist to get it, can be so crucial. The bomb has gone down. Stifler in a 1v4 situation. Not happening. Pato wrecks him with the Pharaoh, and we're going to be seeing another map point for Bulldog.
Yeah, one thing I would say in relation to that, the kinetic arm was used just at a vital time, and like you said, Trout, you know, picking up 1 kill with it in Search and Destroy is almost securing a round for you. Now, at 1st to 6, each round counts, and at this stage when you're 4-4, using it to take the lead and, you know, put yourself in a position where you're playing for game point is very, very well. So, good use of kinetic armor. Now, jumping on board with Trick to stay in the game. They need this round, and it is a heavy, heavy A push. Let's see what they can do. Seb, Jambino, Stifler, and Famous.
Let's see if we've got any specialists rocking for the trick line. I know we've got a glitch on Pato right now. We have got a Psychosis, so I think this is going to be a good time to use it. And a Heat Wave. So they have got stuff to work with going into this, and obviously being almost at the end of the map, they've got to make sure they use them wisely and use them to their benefit. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen an aggressive push from Pato, and he could glitch out if he needed to, just to give himself a little bit more of an idea as to where they are. And I think Bulldog have realized the bomb is going in this direction. They have capitalized and collapsed on that as a gunfight does go down. Stifler goes huge. Pato with the snipe on that small little area. He does get challenged. Pato wrecks Seb with the Pharaoh. What a great two-piece from him. He could have secured themselves the map here.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when you're doing things like that, I mean, the overkill, that's something that should be banned, really, in Search and Destroy, and these guys didn't choose to do so. So, you know, Pato's taken full advantage of it, but with only 25 seconds left on the clock, I'm going to jump on board with Famous. He has the bomb. Either they need to make 3 kills, they need to get this bomb down right now.
Famous in possession of that bomb, as you said. Stifler in the middle does come up on Pato. He goes for the second. Heat Waves out. That's 2 kills. It's a 2v1 situation. It has been turned on its head right now. Wizard has to go huge for the Bulldog lineup. If he can secure this, he hasn't seen that man. He does go for the bomb instead. Spots him going into Palace. He's got a mountain of a task to do here. Just when you thought it was all over and going in Bulldog's way, it has been flipped on its head.
Literally, that Heat Wave came into play so well. I mean, the first kill was great, but the slide, I don't think he would have made the kill without it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that sliding movement, but 25 seconds left on the clock. Wizard needs to go big here. He is going to get caught off guard. He's going to take bullets again. The slide comes into play. 1v1, Wizard versus Stifler now. Psychosis used, and he's not used to the best of his ability. Stifler shutting him down, and Wizard almost wasting those Psychosis.
Yeah, I mean, he had to use it. He was in such a good position to actually go ahead and use it. I think the fact that he called them out and he turned at that precise moment, it also blocked off his vision, so he was never going to be able to hit that kill. And that's just unfortunate. That's sometimes the benefits and the drawbacks of using your specialist. You could use it and it can go huge for you, but at the same time, it could actually cause more harm than it does good. But here we are. It is going to be a round 11. The HCXD has gone out. Jambino in possession of his own Psychosis right now. And that's going to give him an idea of where they are setting up.
Pato still has that glitch, remember. Jambino's actually going for the quick plant here. Gonna be quite quiet. The guy's not too far away. However, bomb does go down. 5-5. 45 seconds left on the clock. Everyone is left alive. 4v4. Psychosis will be used this round. Needs to. I was gonna say, if you were to die at 5-5, not using your your Psychosis, I really don't know when he's going to use it.
Yeah, I think the problem is he's on a deserted island here. He can't really use it to its full potential because all it's going to do is run in a circle and not really jump over.
2v4, and he's down, and Bulldog's going to take this. Jumping on board with one of the guys here as the defuse comes in. I've got to say, Psychosis, for me, when he was on that bomb, I think he should have just let it loose. Pato not only defuses it, but just shows off by glitching away as well.
Didn't use his glitch all game, and then just uses it for style points there.
I like that.
14-7 from the big man. I said he's an incredible Search and Destroy player, and he has turned up here on his Search and Destroy reach, and he's put Bulldog 2-0 up in the series. Bear in mind, this Bulldog team is a complete pickup team.
Yeah, and like you said, Pato, for me, star player there, 14 kills, 7 deaths. Didn't even use his specialist. I mean, for someone to do that in such fashion as well, and kind of shut down the opposition, but only win 6-5, you know, it's crazy to think that they were so close, tricked pulling it back in round number 10 to bring it level, but obviously clinching the victory there. Pato and co for Bulldog. 6-5 now, 1 apiece. We'll be going into map number 3. We'll be uplink. Don't go anywhere, guys. Join us after this quick break.